Hi, my name's Gemma. I work in the outreach team at Bishop Grosseteste University, and my normal job is going and travelling around different schools and colleges and speaking to young people about university and helping answer questions that you might have. Currently I'm working from home, but we're still trying to support students best we can. So we're creating resources like this one to help support you and give you the information you need. This resource is all about people that have care responsibilities, whether you're an official carer or whether you've just taken on extra responsibilities. Even in the interim, perhaps during lockdown, you've taken on some care responsibilities. I'm an unofficial carer myself. I'm not registered, but I've been caring for my mum for probably the past 4 years due to a heart condition that she has, and I have found that that has intensified throughout the lockdown period of the different responsibilities that I've had to have. So I'm hoping that this resource will be helpful for you. We've got some of our current students who are also carers talking about their experiences, and then at the end of the session there is some links to some really useful resources as well. So I hope you find it useful. A carer is someone who provides extra support for someone else. So for young people, that's usually their parents or siblings. You might be a recognised carer, or you might not even realise that what you're doing is caring. If you're supporting someone who couldn't manage without your help, then you do have caring responsibilities. This could even be temporary, so perhaps you've taken on some extra responsibilities, such as going to the pharmacy or doing shopping for someone that's shielding during this lockdown period. So carers' typical jobs might be helping with cooking, cleaning, maybe helping somebody get dressed if they've got mobility issues, helping them move around. As I mentioned, you don't have to be registered to be a carer, and you can also share in your caring responsibilities with someone else. So perhaps your parent mainly cares for a sibling with disabilities, but you do take on some extra responsibilities which perhaps someone your age wouldn't usually do to help out with your sibling. Studying with caring responsibilities can sometimes feel like a bit of a juggle. Our students are going to tell you a bit about their experiences of studying for a degree while they have their caring responsibilities.
Hiya, my name's Lewis Douglas. I'm a second year Education Studies and Mathematics student at BGU, and I'm a carer. I'm a carer for my mother because of medical issues, and I'm also a carer for 2 international students for a local college. Studying whilst being a carer is quite challenging. I'm not going to lie. However, it is possible, and that's an important takeaway. It's also easier when kind of you plan things out, and you utilize all the things you can do or can with the university in order to complete your studies. So good time management's key. Making everyone aware, so whether that be student advice teams, your own lecturers, just your friends at university. They're all kind of key things to do whilst you're at university.
My name is Victoria Dalton, and I'm studying for a BA in English Literature at Bishop Grosseteste University. I'm also a mum of 3, one child of which is autistic. Now, this has brought many challenges for me as a student and as a mum. It means that I have to organise a lot of doctor's appointments. It means that I have to keep an eye on medications, and I also have to deal with behavioural issues. However, I have kept up and I am doing fine. I think that it's partly because I've learnt the skills through being a carer about time management, about organisation that I wouldn't have otherwise had. I apply those skills to my study and manage to keep up with all the work.
At certain times, caring and studying can feel like it's getting a bit too much. Speak up if this is happening. It could just be for a short period where an adjustment needs to be made. For example, a family member or friend may need to come and help out more while you get some revision done, or you may need to tell your teacher that your homework's going to be late because your mum's had a fall and you need to help out a little bit more at home. If your school aren't already aware of your responsibilities at home, it can be very helpful to tell them. They may be able to put some extra things in place to support you. For example, if you're worrying about someone at home, they may be able to let you use your phone at break times to check in. Your care and responsibilities should never get in the way of your schoolwork and your studying. It could really affect your future. So it's really important to speak up if this is happening so that extra support can be put in place. Recently, a Carers Week 2020 research report showed us some really interesting statistics about the amount of people that are currently caring in the UK. 13.6 million people are providing care for somebody else. That's an additional 4.5 million people since the coronavirus outbreak. And 6% of those people, 270,000 people, are also students. So this could be someone just like yourself. When studied, carers responded saying that they are finding it difficult to manage the stress and responsibility of caring. 71% said that. 70% said it had a negative impact on their physical and mental health. And 66% said that they found it really difficult to take time away from their caring responsibilities. Given the statistics found in the report, it's really important to make sure you are looking after yourself, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Maybe laying in a bubble bath with a book, sitting and watching Netflix, playing football, whatever it is that you enjoy, set some time for yourself every week, but ideally every day.
One for me is, whilst I've been at university, I've got back into sport. I played badminton for the university team and for a couple of local clubs. And I try my best to go at least 3 or 4 times a week to different badminton. Now, I appreciate that's not going to be for everyone, but find something that is just for you, that you enjoy, and make sure you craft out some time in your week to do that. I appreciate that can be difficult, so making it so that it's floating time is key as well, because then if your caring responsibilities become harder for that week, you can move it to a different day. But as long as you make sure you've got a bit of time for just yourself to do something that you enjoy as a hobby, it will keep you going and it will keep you happy as well. And that, I would say, don't make it too academic in nature. A sport's a good thing, or a hobby, or just even if it's just meeting up with friends for a coffee, or I don't know, going to a comic book shop and playing a board game for an hour or two. Anything that is just pure, like, chill out time, make sure you do it.
It's important to take time for the things you enjoy. Make a list of things you enjoy and make time each week to do those things. Don't feel guilty about doing those things, because if you're happy, you'll make a better carer. I like to exercise. Even though sometimes I think, oh, I don't want to go out on a run, when I get out there, I feel free and I come back and I feel more energized. It can help. Maybe your hobby is reading, maybe it's sewing, maybe it's art. Maybe you just want to watch a bit of TV on your own. That's fine. You're allowed to do things for yourself. This is your life too, and your loved one will want you to be happy too.
It can be hard to think about your own future when you have caring responsibilities. Things like moving away to university might feel impossible. It's really important to think about your own future and your career aspirations, and the person that you're caring for will want you to be happy too. Lots of students do move away to university, and they'll either get formal or informal carers to help out during term time. Some students choose to go to a local university so they can carry on caring while they're studying.
Balancing the practicalities of being a carer with your own personal growth can and will be difficult. There's no doubt about that. However, it is also very rewarding. It will give you the opportunity to get out and about, to speak to other people, and to plan for your own future. It's important that you plan ahead, that you organise your time carefully, but don't forget you've already gained those skills through being a carer. You can organise, you can time management probably better than most other students. Speak to your lecturers. That's really important. They're people too. They understand that life gets in the way sometimes. They can help you with your work. They can help your time management too. Speak to student support at the university. They have a network of people that can help you financially and emotionally. There's always someone to talk to.
What I'd say to someone who is looking at university or applying to university who already has caring responsibilities is go in being open. My mum, who I'm the carer for, had her medical issues prior to me coming to university as a mature student, I was already her carer. I didn't have anything particularly in place. I just was her carer, and I didn't even call it that at the time. I just thought, it's my mum. I'm just looking after her. But people at university said, no, you're her carer. What can we do to support you? And as soon as that happened, it became a lot easier for me to balance my caring to university schedule, which is kind of key to keep your own sanity, but also it allows you to complete your caring responsibilities to the highest level as well as your academic studies.
BGU has recently been awarded a Care Quality Award, which recognises the support we put in place for our staff and students with caring responsibilities. Students who disclose themselves as carers will have access to a range of support during their studies. Some students will get an individual support plan put in place, which may give them things like extra time for assessments or a parking permit so they have access to their car to meet caring responsibilities. We're currently working towards a carer's passport so that students can easily share their individual support required with people like their tutors or placement mentors who are happy to keep explaining their circumstances. Students sometimes struggle financially because of their caring responsibilities, so we include carers as one of our priority groups for our Learning Fund in case you need to apply for additional financial support. We also want to support carers during their time with us, so we set up regular events to support carers and help them connect with other people. In the past, we've run things such as carers cafes, barbecues, and more recently, virtual coffee clubs. We try to support all of our students as best as we can. We recognise that studying with caring responsibilities can have some extra stresses. As well as the usual support that all of our students can access, such as free counselling, we're also able to put extra things in place for our carers. For example, during a stressful period, our carers may be able to get access to free gym membership to help support them during the stressful time. We hope you found it useful to hear from some of our current students and hear about the support that we have at Bishop Grosseteste University. If you want to ask some further questions, you can go onto our website bishopg.ac.uk. You can go on to Chat to a Student there, where you can speak to some of our current university students and members of staff and ask any questions that you might have. We do also have a section of our website for students with caring responsibilities, so that's just bishopg.ac.uk/students with caring responsibilities. And if you pause the video here, you'll be able to write down all of the other websites on this slide for some further support.